we'll see how to install Ansible and configure that master slave relations. So now I created one instance, which is my master, and I created only one slave. Okay. First, what we will do is, as per this configuration, as per this picture, whatever we have, right? We'll install all the things required for master. Okay. We'll install, means when we have this Ansible master slave configuration, you no need to install Ansible on these slaves. You need to install only on the master. So we'll install master. Master itself will try to configure as one of the slave. Okay. Then we'll take one more slave and configure it with that. So first I have taken one instance, which is going to be master, and I connected to that, and I connected to that. So what I'm going to do is, first we need to use yum update. Okay. First we need to do yum update. So I'm going to do this yum update. So first the uh, packages need to be updated. I'm doing that yum update. Next, once that is done, right? Once that is done, we need to, if you want to set name on the master, right? You can set it. For the slaves, if you want to set one client to like that and all, you can do that and reboot it. But I'm not doing that. Anyways, we gave that a Linux name, right? Next, we need to install Ansible. Okay, using Apple, we are going to download that.
W
WS. Yeah, yeah, yes. Let me use let me use with the root user here. Okay. Iris again. Okay. Next, install this. Okay. Next, just update. Yum update minus a once again. And one prerequisite I forgot to tell last time is Python is required for Ansible. Why? Because the yum module or service module, whatever the modules we have in Ansible, right? Those will be converted into Python script internally. So the Python script only going to push into slaves nodes, and there it is going to execute. So Python is required. So here we are installing Python also. Okay, that is the reason we are installing Python. Okay, how we have yum module to install some packages on Red Hat, right? apt in Ubuntu. Like that, for Python, if you want to install something, pip is a model. Okay, pip uh, we use. Okay, okay. Next, so that is the reason, as the Python, sorry, as the Ansible modules are converted into Python script, that is the reason we are going to install Python as well. That is done. Next, and install Ansible. Done. We install all the prerequisites for Ansible. Then install Ansible 2 on Amazon Linux. This is on Amazon Linux. Red Hat, it is different. So it is there in the document. You can refer there. So if you want to install on Red Hat, a different approach. For Ubuntu, it is different. That is also there in the document. This is on Amazon Linux, right? So next, take this and install it. If you type Ansible, how to install Ansible on Red Hat, Ubuntu, Amazon Linux, you'll get plenty of videos. Now I have installed Ansible. This is the main location for our Ansible. etc/Ansible. Remember, this will be asked in interviews as well. So, okay, etc/Ansible. This is the location where we are going to configure many things, right? This is Ansible home directory, we can call. So there will be one file called as ansible.cfg. All Ansible related configurations we can do here. There will be one host files. I'll discuss in a moment. Okay, give me some time. Now I have installed Ansible on the master. Now what do I have to do? I have to configure master also as one of the slaves, right? So I have to create one user. I have to create one user. You can take any user. I'm going to take the user as Ansible. Okay. Next, for that user, oh, sorry, I don't want this anymore. So for that user, I'm going to create a password, PASSWD pass, an Ansible user to set the password. We know, right? So I'm going to do that. Okay. I gave that. Okay. Done. Now I have set the password as well. Now go to sudo ers file, or else you can directly type vi sudo go here, wherever that root user is there, right? Just copy and paste this line for that user, whatever the user you have created. I created EC2, sorry, Ansible user, right? So now just go here, paste this, paste this, because we want, whenever our playbook is going to execute, it has to do passwordless authentication. So for that, you have to go here, next, enable this, go here, and password authentication, yes, will be there by default. Here, password authentication, sorry, no will be there. You have to enable it. So password authentication, yes, you uncomment. Password authentication, no is there, right? That you comment. Password authentication, yes, uncomment here, and password authentication, no will be there, right? That comment here. Done. Next, as you have changed that SSHD service, SSHD restart. Done. Done. Now we have to exit as an root user, switch as a Ansible user. Switch Ansible, Ansible. Okay, I switched as a to Ansible user. Here we have to generate SSH keys, SSH keygen. Using that SSH keygen, we know, right? We are going to generate two keys: ID underscore RSA pub, ID underscore RSA, and ID RSA dot pub, right? Now here we have to execute, after generating the keys, we have to execute one command: SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID localhost. If it is a worker node, we have to execute this. So what we are doing actually here, right? So from master to master means Ansible is installed on master. Ansible is a tool on that Linux instance, right? That Ansible tool wants to talk to that master instance itself without password. Whenever we run a playbook, without asking the password, it has to communicate. If it is a slave, so here we install Ansible. Here we'll create Ansible user. Here we'll create an Ansible user. Here we set a root sudo privileges for that user, password authentication. No, that we'll set here. And then on master, we'll execute this command: Ansible SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID. For now, we are not doing for slave. For master only, we are doing. So we will execute this command. Yes. Yes. Right. Now, first time it will ask for the password. You give it. Okay. You give it. Now, I did that. I copied that. I copied that. Now, you have to try to connect to your machine using SSH. Now, you observe this. Using SSH, we can connect to some other machine, right? Localhost. It connected from one, this master to the master only, it connected, but without asking password. It has connected. If I try to exit, see, it came through the SSH connection. However, it has connected, it has came out. Now I'll show you how to do it for a slave. Now I'll keep this as it is. See here, you observe here, this is my master. 239 is there, right? This is my master. I'll connect to the other instance, slave instance. The meeting may end in a couple of minutes. If that is the case, you just get back. Where is your pen? Let me connect to my slave. I'm connecting. So on slave, what you have to do, right? So on slave also you have to connect the same thing. On slave also you have to create a user called as Ansible. Same user. On all slaves, it should be same user. Okay, I'll create a user called as user add Ansible. On all slaves, it should be same user. On master also we created Ansible user, right? We have to create here also Ansible user. Password I'm setting. Okay. After setting the password, vi sudo and go on do this. Vi sudo this. Save this. After saving, we have to enable this also. Okay, we have to enable that. Then quickly, I'll do this as well. Put on WQ, then SSHD restart. Okay, then switch as Ansible user. Then okay, switch as okay, CD. Okay, then execute this SSH hyphen egen command. Here I executed. Now let's take the private IP address of this instance. Okay, you can take the private IP address of this instance. Go to master instance. Here, switch as Ansible user. Execute here SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID equal to this. Done. We give the password. First time given password, right? Now you observe here. I'll try to switch that to that client mission, the slave one from master. It switched from 239 to 199. It switched without asking the password. It means we've successfully enabled a passwordless authentication from master to master, master to slave one. So now our playbook will be able to communicate with master and slave